Howdy, ladies and gents, and good evening, wherever you happen to be. We are live for game number 3 now between Moscow5 and TSM, and a quick congratulations is in order for Petter Wallin, who just won himself a CSGO beta key. So there you go, dude. I think we have 2 left, 1 or 2 left now, and of course the headset on top of that. But back to League of Legends, we got right into the action here. Moscow5 did win the last game, got stomped the first time, but with the AP Janna, it can kind of go either way, I feel, Pulse. It can either be really successful, it can just be a train wreck. Oh, okay, apparently, Bass just informed us that he was speaking to Moscow5, and they swear that they weren't trolling the first game, they were just trying a new meta. Which is confusing, because would you really try a new meta in a tournament game for the first time?
True.
I don't know.
But on the flip side, maybe they were so confident that it didn't matter and they were going to take it to 1, and also they're playing against some of the best.
Oh,
so
Diamond Box.
Prime opportunity.
He has balls of steel. He just saw like the entirety of TSM walk past him. You're going to have a couple recalls coming in, and he's going to call out to his teammates that, hey, look, TSM are here. TSM are kind of in an awkward position. They can be encircled. Coming back towards Diamond Prox, he's going to have to be very, very careful. Now pulling out that bush, we could see a big engage kicking off. If one of those players gets separated from the pack, here comes Diamond Prox on towards Rumble. Has exhausted, ignites down as well. Rumble being forced to flash away just to save himself. In the meantime, Alistair has headbutted and pulverized, I should say, onto Gosu Pepper. First blood coming out from Scumbag. Gosu Pepper once again, he's always in the kills. Ezreal onto Rumble. They have landed the Howling Gale on towards Chaos. The flash comes through, and it's going to be a kill for Alex Ich on towards Chaos. Now chasing after Reginald. This has been a complete disaster from TSM's viewpoint, losing 3 quickfire kills, and it hasn't even got to 3 minutes yet. Wow.
And something you didn't quite notice, it wasn't Gosu Pepper picking up the kills, it was Alex Sich on Janna. He's playing Janna mid. So he picked up 2 kills and 1 kill on the AD carry. So they have 2 kills on their AP carry right now.
Oh man, that's what like 9 hours casting does to you. I apologize wholeheartedly. That was Janna, not Sona. So I take back the scumbag comment, and I'll call myself a scumbag instead. He's still a scumbag, but he's not as much of a scumbag as I gave him credit for.
That is very true.
So yeah, Janna has picked up 2 kills, and Ezreal with the 1. But still the point stands, TSM, that was a complete disaster for them. They went in for the jungle invade, and they're now 2k goal behind. Janna in mid, with 2 kills and 1 assist, has, let's have a quick look at the gold, 1,100 gold, and Twisted Fate has 79 gold, but he does have a ward. So that just goes to show how strong Janna's start has been thus far. Diamond Prox going to be jumping into the jungle, pressuring Nocturne. But how important is this start now for Janna AP? Like we said before, we feel it's going to be very strong or a cataclysmic failure. That kind of strong beginning can only mean good things right now for Moscow5. We're going to have a pause.
Okay. Sorry, coming from Alex Hitch. Maybe that was by mistake? I don't know. But if for any AP carry, 2 kills is extremely good. And Gosu Pepper having problems with the internet. Feel like a deja vu moment coming on here, quite frankly.
See, now I feel like I have a right to call him a scumbag again, because he's disconnected and we have to pause. But yeah, I mean, it is a recurring occurrence, of course. Obviously his internet must be pretty dodgy, to say the least. But either way, this gives us an opportunity to talk a bit about AP Janna, because it's not exactly the first character that you see picked in mid. 201, as I said before, already over 1,000 gold to spend. So how do you think that's going to impact this mid battle between herself and Twisted Fate? Because you have to say, Twisted Fate is more situational around ganks. He's not really going to stand toe-to-toe for very long in mid against Janna. He's going to be looking to gank bot and top as often as he can. So is this really going to have a massive impact in TSM?
Well, Janna will do a lot of damage right now to Reginald, meaning that she can push the lane out with that strong Howling Gale because he's got early AP, meaning that he's going to have to farm on the turret. If he goes out, he's going to be punished because he's losing CS, he's losing experience, unless he gets something done at bottom. If he doesn't get anything done, then Janna's just punished him extremely hard for it. And Janna's Janna, so massive movement speed from the Zephyr passive, meaning that actually most AP Jannas will max the Zephyr. So Janna will be down at bottom or top in a matter of seconds. So they only have like 5 seconds to actually do anything before Janna just arrives and cleans up the mess.
Yep, I am literally getting a lot of stick for calling Sona Janna earlier on. It was a genuine mistake, and I apologize wholeheartedly, but I am a very, very tired man right now. These things happen in casting. I just have to deal with it, unfortunately. But that doesn't take away the fact that Moscow5 have had a blistering start. Yes, game number 1 didn't work their way. We've been informed they weren't trolling. It was a genuine attempt at winning the game. It just didn't pay off. In that case, fair enough. You try new things, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Ghosty Pepper's back in the game again. So we are going to be ready to go live very, very shortly. Alex saying ready when you are, and Reggie saying K go. So there we are. Unpause is coming in. And in 2 seconds, we'll be ready to go live once again. The two junglers are facing off against each other. Alex is coming up, though. And one of the great things about AP Janna is that that shield absorbs so much damage.
Yeah, can I just get a quick time check with you? Obviously, because we're just on pause. I'm at
3:57 now.
59, 4 minutes.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
We're on the same time. Just heads up, guys, when you pause the game, it does throw you off a tiny bit on spectator mode, but that has been fixed now. Ghosty Pepper and also Genja did manage to take Chaos down to red, but he's going to go through his health pots, and of course alongside Alistair, and Alistair dings up to 3, expecting to take Triumphant Roar, and just to consistently spam out those heals at bot lane. In the meantime, look at Twisted Fate's movement. He's coming around the back and towards Tribush. There's a lot of pings going down from the purple team. They fancy their chances against Ghosty Pepper. Flash in there from the Twisted Fate, and also the headbutt and Pulverize coming out from Alistair. That's going to be a kill. A very comfortable kill in. They may even pick up the second. Nope. It's going to be an arcane shift away from Ezreal, and he also burnt his flash. So basically a double flash in effect. But still, Twisted Fate, as I said before, he's not really going to look to stand toe-to-toe with Janna the entire game. He is going to be very active with the ganks.
Yeah, and it was really good because Janna was coming back from base and Shyvana had already recalled. So that was a perfect opportunity for them and he capitalized on it. Very odd to see a mid-player gank at level 3, especially TF when he has that ultimate as well, ready at some point in the near future. So that was a very good gank. It was well timed, extremely just well timed. And that was just based down to they know when mid's going to recall and jungle will usually recall that time as well. So they just have the general timers. So it was a good call by Reginald.
For sure. As you say, they had no vision that they had no clue that Twisted Fate was on his way. They may have had a sneaking suspicion because obviously Alex is going to call that Twisted Fate is miss in mid. But whether they would have expected that gank to come out or not, I'm not entirely sure. Alex is going to go ahead and ward the Wraiths. With that strong start, he has managed to pick up a Cage's lucky pick. Lots of damage from the Howling Gale onto Twisted Fate. So Cage's lucky pick alongside Adoran's Ring, having some more pings going down here. Diamond Prox has been caught out of position. 3 players, very close proximity. He should be going down, headbutt back towards the wall. In the meantime, though, look at the damage from Janna coming in. They are actually going to pick up a kill onto Twisted Fate. So again, that was a 3 versus 1 that looked destined to be in favor of TSM, but then Moscow5 just turned the tides. I think it's very easy to underestimate Janna's damage as AP. Very, very easy. Ignite goes down onto X Special. He's forced to flash away just to save his life. So another resounding victory for Moscow5 in mid.
That was a very angry looking Ghosty Pepper there, looking for blood of the Sona. But yeah, that was amazing because basically Darren Prox just tanked through all their damage against 3 people. Reginald ran out of mana so he couldn't follow up with the Dustbringer, and then it just turned around. And AP Janna, as you said, easy to underestimate that. If he was playing a different hero, then perhaps people would be like, okay, it's 2 versus 3, but he's got 3 kills right now, we need to be careful. But because it's Janna, it's psychological. It's like, okay, Janna's not really much of a threat, but Janna just completely destroyed them.
Yeah. Janna's not much of a threat. Oh wait, where's half my health gone from her Howling Gale? Also, on top of that, she popped off the Eye of the Storm, which at this stage is doing 160 It's absorbing 160 damage. So she also popped that onto Shyvana, which is why Downprox was as tanky and was for as long as he was, and really turned the tides in that fight. Either way, we are going to have a 2v1 against Odd One. Make that a 2v2, it's like special, make that a 3v2 in fact, a 3v3, it's all about the team fights on Dragon right now. And lots of damage being exchanged, focus now going on to X-Special, look at that ultimate, the True Shot Barrage rains right through, Chaos being forced to flash, using his Valkyrie and his flash to get out of proximity, and Nocturne gets dropped, so again, a 2-for-0 exchange and a blue buff steal, and this is the Moscow5 that we all know and love.
They're just mobilizing so quickly, it's ridiculous. And as you said, this is Moscow5 in a nutshell. One small mistake, it was 2 versus 1, and then as you said, 2 versus 2, 3 versus 3, 4 versus 3. And now they're going to be taking Drake at 8 minutes, very early Drake. Absolutely amazing. Just big punishes from Moscow5. Big punishes.
Just like, it just appeared that players were crawling out the woodwork out of nowhere. They're just appearing left, right, and center. And again, you know, Moscow5 in these kind of tense situations always seem to come out on top. Sona is flashing up red. Janna, in the meantime, has moved herself onto 3-for-0 with 1 assist. That strong start definitely paying out dividends for her. 685 gold to spend. Downprox, in the meantime, has been having a nice impact on this game. 1 kill, 4 assists. He's going to be recalling with over 1,000 gold to spend. Could be finishing off the Wriggles Lantern. Indeed, he will. And also going to go for an Elixir's Oracle, almost said that. An Oracle's Elixir, even. And that's only going to be good news for Moscow5, because he is going to, especially with Burnout and the Boots of Speed, he's going to be very maneuverable around the opposition jungle, and he's going to be clearing up those wards all over the place.
Definitely, and interesting enough, we do have Janna laning top against Rumble, looking for mid for a gank, and Dorian swapping up mid, because he was actually having problems against that Rumble. And they're swapping up once again. Wait, okay.
I think Rumble does really well against Shurok, actually, because of his Flame Spitter. Due to the fact that the Flame Splitter is out. In fact, I'll let thought in a minute, because we do have the True Shot Barrage coming out at bot lane. But his Flame Split is really, really good at just holding players like Darian, or in this case, Yorick, back. It's difficult to get in close proximity to Rumble. Also, with his W, his Scrap Shield, he does get movement speed, so it's kind of difficult to hold him down on top of that. But either way, Janna is going to be picking up the blue buff, and we do have a level 8 Rumble facing off against a level 7 Yorick at top lane. The Equalizer has came out there. He's going to be in a really sticky situation because Downprox come around the corner. He doesn't even have his ultimate to escape. Odd One in the meantime is moving down. I think he realizes this is a lost cause. Rumble has flashed away, and really Odd One, you can't blame him for not jumping in to help his teammate, because there's no way that he'd have been able to fight off 2 players at level 5 when you consider that Yorick is now level 8 and Shyvana is level 7. What could Odd One have done in that situation? Absolutely nothing.
You know what's weird? Moscow5 are pretty much 5,000 gold ahead, and this is exactly what happened in the first game, but with TSM in the same position. And Moscow5 were trying a new meta, and this is standard meta. It's kind of crazy to think about it in that term.
It is. When you put it in context like that, it's quite scary, actually, for TSM. But, you know, they had a really good start. I think most of this kind of snowballing came from that very beginning, where we saw 3 kills go down. It really put Moscow5 in prime position. Janna picked up 2 kills. You also had Ezreal, I believe, picking up a kill at bot lane, which of course is going to give him a lot of strength. He's got an early Phage. We do have Twisted Fate coming down with the ultimate Destiny. Is going to be landing on towards Genja. They're going to be focusing Genja heavy, but there again, Gosu Pepper, the support carry, will be picking up a kill onto Corki, looking for the second kill, in fact. And Genja will be picking that one. Here comes Nocturne from the side, though, on towards Genja. Is there enough damage to pick up this kill? He's got the red buff. Surely is. Oh my god, X-Special very nearly headbutting the AD carry to safety. But here comes Janna to pick up a kill onto Alistar. We'll be seeing a double kill. Looks likely. Odd One cannot escape from this, and Downprox will pick that one up 11-2. And that is 6.5k gold advantage after 11 minutes 40.
Wow.
That's crazy.
It's ridiculous. I don't see how TSM can pull back from that one. It's massive gold advantage. That's over a big item already at 12 minutes into the game, when most players don't usually get those big items. It's just, what? That's incredible, absolutely incredible. They're just being punished so hard at each mistake, and you can actually see it in the item build. A lot of players looking for those global fires, trying to get into the late game, and look at Nocturne, got the Wriggles Lantern, stronger in that mid game, trying to keep himself alive, and the main factor, Corky, triple Doran's Blade. If you're behind, that's kind of what you need to do. It messes up your late game, but you need it to stay in the game.
Yeah, you need it just to float, basically, just to survive. But what that does indicate is that Janna's going to be coming towards top lane and has a Deathfire Grasp. Look at that burst damage from Janna. Goodbye, Rumble. Nice to know you. You're going to be popped in an instant. Deathfire Grasp plus Zephyr is so much burst damage. How much is Zephyr doing? He's put 4 points in there. 225 damage plus 129. At level kind of, let's have a look, level 10 to level 8, the difference between the two mid carries are, that's a lot of damage. That's an awful lot of damage when you combine it with the Deathfire Grasp and a Howling Gale. At this point, Janna AP mid is stupidly strong with the start that she's had.
Yeah, it's ridiculous that Zephyr and the Deathfire's got chunked off 60% of Rumble's health, finished off by the Howling Gale and some help from his lane partner. Meanwhile, bottom.
Yeah, there is going to be a dive, and Sona picks up the kill onto Alistair. Crescendo did go out, so support on support action, and surprise, surprise, Moscow5 going to come out on top there. You're going to have Gosu Pepper with 2 kills this time on Sona. He always seems to pick them up. Chaos will be recalling. No point going back to that lane. How much gold does he have to spend? 616. It's not looking too good for him. Maybe finish off the Berserker's Greaves. Yeah, it's going to be Berserker's Greaves and a health pot on top of that. But as he said, when you see a triple Doran's Blade on an AD carry, it's an indication that things have not been going their way.
That's some disgusting damage from Janna right now. It's honestly scary. I can't see TSM coming back from this, and it's very early in the game, 40 minutes, and I don't usually call it this early. I didn't even call it a half an hour in, but this is looking very bad for them. So far behind, about 7k behind, and pretty much one-shotting your bruiser. Yeah, how about that?
No problems, and she's going to go back and get even stronger. Blasting one has been finished off. We are going to have an engaged equalizer and also the paranoia flash away from Darian, but we're also going to have Twisted Fate coming in just to ensure the kill. And TF will pick up the kill actually, with Odd One and also Rumble assisting. Meanwhile at bot lane, Corky flashed up red. Gosu Pepper coming back in again. He's going to get headbutt and pulverized. A lot of burst damage. Going to go down very, very quickly. But can Genja start to retaliate for his fallen comrade? There goes the True Shot Barrage. Will pick up the kill onto Corky. So 1 for an exchange. An exchange in an AD carry for a support. Not too bad when you consider that Dragon was being taken from Diamond Fox and Rumble died at top lane. All in the same few seconds. 15 for 4, 25.2k to 17.1, and we could be seeing a tower dive on X Special. We have an exhaust popping out there, and X Special will be getting dropped from Genja, who moves to a brisk 4-1-5 scoreline. Janna has 5-0-4, and I hate to call GG this early, but it's looking very one-sided.
Yeah. At top, I was watching Alex pitch that kill up, and it was quite classy because not only did his Howling Gale hit Rumble, but it actually cleared all the minion waves. So he got about 20 minions and Rumble, all in one go. It was almost like Rumble was just another minion for him. It's just rolling over everyone at the moment, and it's incredibly scary as a burst caster to be against. It's just not looking good. It really isn't looking good. And obviously, M5 always going for those mid-game builds. They're going to do so again. Got almost the Trinity Force on that Ezreal. Got the burst with the Deathfire Grass from Alex Ich, and then once again Yorick with the Mana Moon. It's just not looking good all over the board.
Because the thing is, if you look at the two mid carries, Twisted Fate's really good at assassinating. Oh my god, this burst damage from Janna onto Twisted Fate.
Oh.
Holy, I'm not going to say the next word, but I think you know what it is. That was incredible. How can you play against Alex right now if you're edgy? The burst damage potential is incredible. The eruption of damage from Janna is... I need to go and take a shower. It's filthy.
I almost said I want to take a shower as well, but it went in a bad
together,
direction.
Obviously, obviously together. That's how filthy we feel. We need to indulge in that kind of activity. But, that being said, I was going to say that Twisted Fate's a kind of assassin-y champion in the sense that he pops down with his destiny and ganks. The later on this game goes, in fact, hold that thought, Janna is way out of position, should be going down. One soon could be popped to push everybody away, but a knight's been used. Here comes Nocturne as well. And Janna, you've had a good get. Oh my god, Sona comes in with a kill onto Chaos afterwards. So it actually didn't work out too bad for Moscow5. 1-for-1 exchange, AD carry for AP carry, and Alistair should be going down. You are going to have the crescendo pop, so a 2-for-1 exchange in fact. So even when Janna gets caught completely out of position, Moscow5 still somehow managed to make the most out of it.
And it took 4 people to take down Alexich, and then he nearly survived, popping the Monsoon, healing a significant amount. If that Ignite was not down, he'd probably be up to about 50, if not 60% health again. It's almost 20-5 into the game, over 10k ahead, not even 20 minutes in. Meanwhile, top.
Twisted Fate coming down with the gold card is going to be stunning onto Yorick, who tried to juke that gold card by popping his ultimate. Unfortunately, it's not going to be able to pay out for him. Will be going down, so Darian's not having the greatest of games, but it doesn't matter because the rest of his team are really pushing forward hard. He's going to try and pick up a kill before he goes down, doing a lot of damage here to Dyrus, but finally does get shut down. The point I was trying to make before Janna went on a complete mission with his Zephyr and Deathfire Grasp. Also, hold that thought, needlessly large roll on Janna, no problems. So much AP. How much AP does she have at the moment? She has... Wait for it a second. For some reason my game's bugging. There we go, 298 AP at 18 minutes 20. Wow. Anyway, Twisted Fate, in team fights, he can do a lot of kind of poke damage with his wild cards. He can stun somebody, but apart from that, comparing him to Janna, Janna has so much more utility for her team. The Howling Gale does a lot of damage, it passes through everybody, and amongst me talking, you actually have Moscow5 picking up the Baron, slowly but surely. And I don't think that TSM have any kind of idea what's going on right now. It's going to be a Baron buff very comfortably. Rumble is the closest player. Baron finished off from Shyvana. And Moscow5 go from strength to strength. Going to be coming towards top lane. There is a ward in his tri-bush. And Dyrus' worst fears have just been realised. He's getting a gank from Baron team. Here they come. Lots of damage being put down. Darian will be taking the brunt of the damage from that tower. But there's Genja just consistently nuking Rumble out of position and out of the match for the next 30 seconds. So Baron on Moscow5, they're this far ahead. Is there any conceivable way you can see TSM coming back from this? Is a special just died courtesy of Alex?
They just took Baron before 20 minutes with 3 men. Yes, Yorick allows them to do so because it goes to be tanking, but to answer your question, I don't know, I really can't see it. They got Baron before 20 minutes. That's usually GG right there.
Ultimate coming in, maybe the last chance for TSM being pushed away. They're going to be jumping on towards Alex H. Look at the Howling Gale on towards Chaos. Here comes True Shot Barrage though. In the meantime, it does pass through without doing any damage whatsoever. Twisted Fate does go on to Jan, and there's the flash and execution from Darian onto Chaos. He is going to be feared from Nocturne. In the meantime, Twisted Fate trying his best to escape. Here comes Shyvana from the backside. The top tower has been destroyed, so here comes Genja to join the party, instantly taking out Rumble courtesy of Sona. So that was a 1-for-2 exchange, and 2 towers going down on top of that. Moscow5 are just cruising home to this comfortable 2-1 victory. Is there any conceivable way, in your opinion, Pauls, that somehow TSM can pull this one back?
No. I can't see it happening. I can't. Unless some miracle play happens, I just can't see it happening.
Well, for you guys asking in chat, this is not the Grand Finals. This is a Constellation Finals. The Grand Finals is Curse EU facing off against Mouse Sports. We'll be jumping into that one after the conclusion of this match. So, the winner of this game will get $1,000. It is 1-to-1 overall in this best of 3. And this is the Elite of Europe. TSM filling in for Millennium.
1 second.
Say again, sorry.
1 second.
Oh, okay. So we're going to have Genja pushing mid very, very much alone. Needs to be careful, but having said that, Moscow5 have everything to play for. Dyrus is way out of position here. He's just pushing top, which is going to leave the rest of his team kind of weak in mid, and he could very well be getting down for his troubles. Here comes Sona from the side. He will be landing a couple of shots there. Look at the damage from Janna once again, but Sona will pick up the kill. Surprise, surprise, goes to Pepper. The support carry extraordinaire, 5, 2, and 12. Inhib tower down. Inhib is being attacked right now. And Ezreal trying to take down Twisted Fate. Chaos Valkyrieing away. And the Howling Gale comes in, does land onto X-Special. X-Special taking lots of damage. The Two-shot barrage does miss. Special going back into the fray once again. Is going to get down from Janna. Janna looking to pick up the double kill. In fact, Ezreal will be taking that one out. And now Darian is chasing after Twisted Fate and Nocturne, only delaying the inevitable you have to feel here, TSM. Moscow5 are going to take this game, and it's going to be in the next 2 or so minutes, if that, maybe even inside 1 minute. Nexus towers are going down quickly, 10 seconds remaining on the respawn timer. Look at the damage. Shyvana comes in with the Dragon's Descent. Will pick up the kill onto Twisted Fate. Odd one goes down from Ezreal. And that's pretty much going to be the GG, Pulse.
Yeah, I just heard from someone that they opened up Odd One stream and Reginald was saying, I just got one shot by Janna. Which would be my reaction as well. 4-1 surrender vote, there we go, victory, and M5 just taking that pretty easily. After that game at the start, taking it 2-1, completely just, it was just a train wreck, honestly. That was ridiculous.
Okay, I have been informed that we're going to jump right into the grand finals, but yeah, just we're going to cut to a quick commercial break, guys. While we do that, while we get ready and such, so go and get yourself some refreshments, and we rejoin us in about 60 seconds. We'll be in the grand finals. We have no idea what the scoreline is right now, but we're going to be jumping right in. See you shortly.